Good afternoon. I'm in City Place, downtown Hartford. I'm with congressional candidate, Republican, John Decker. How are you, sir?
I'm great. Actually, I just had a great announcement here. A lot of people here, a lot of support. It's hard not to be enthusiastic after you see the support that's here today.
What can you tell the residents of the 1st District that you offer that John Larson doesn't offer?
I think that they have a person that is a neighbor, someone that they can relate to, someone that has lived in this community that's here, someone that works downtown Hartford, someone that has 3 kids in the neighborhoods and the schools, someone that is on the board of directors for Business for Downtown Hartford, someone that obviously speaks up and understands how hard it is for a business to survive and what they need to hire people. I think, unfortunately, John Larson may have started off that way, but over his career, 14 years of being in Washington, he's lost his job as being a representative and is now a politician.
You do understand that John Larson is going to get a lot of financial support. He is 3rd in line to take over as Democrats.
I have heard that, but I don't think that's the reason not to try to run. I think that everyone has to find the courage to step forward, despite how the difficult may be or the risk. And I'm willing to do that. It has to be a grassroots movement. But I think that the fact that I'm in the community and that I understand, what it takes to be successful in the community, that we can try to hopefully have a broad base and really be successful moving upwards and not have like all the money that it takes to run a campaign, but be very competitive and run it efficiently.
What is your energy policy? Do you have an energy policy yet set?
Well, I talked about it briefly. I think that our energy policy is we have to really focus more on domestic oil production. I think the Keystone Pipeline is a perfect example. I mean, that was common sense. We have oil from Canada and the northern part of the United States and in North Dakota that we could produce right here in America and build a pipeline that would keep it in America down to refineries in Oklahoma and Texas. But John Larson voted against it. It doesn't make sense. When you think about the cost of gasoline in the 1st Congressional District, the voters here, gasoline is so regressive. It hurts the lower income first, and then it kind of bubbles up. But we don't want to do things that will help us. And I think that's the way to start. We have to do more common sense. On top of that, we have to get off dependency of the Middle East. The tensions in the Middle East right now are causing gas prices and oil prices to rise. And we could take the first step right here, becoming more energy independent.
Do you think hedge funds, though, are directly buying these gas commodities and then storing them, and as a result of that, they're artificially inflating the price of oil and gasoline?
No, I don't think this is all due to speculation. I think it's common sense. It's about supply and demand. It's about the dollar valuation. The more money we print, the weaker our dollar. Commodities are dollar denominated. So when you print and weaken the dollar, the price of commodities go up. And that can be oil or gold or copper or steel. It could be any other commodity that is dollar denominated.
How about illegal immigration? What is your stance on that?
Illegal immigration, I think the first thing you have to do is we have to seal the border. There's a lot of talk about amnesty, and I don't see how you can have a discussion with amnesty until you stop immigration. So when we seal the border, then we can decide what we need to do those that are here illegally.
Well, they find ways around fences and things of that nature, and it's not real hard for them to be able to do that. Do you think maybe I've heard a lot of talk about punishing employers that illegally hire illegal immigrants with extremely high fines, and then their second offense, they actually lose their business license? Well,
I think E-Verify would be a very long way in getting that fully implemented and required. I think if we could verify that when you hire someone that they are a U.S. citizen, would help, obviously, not only people that need jobs, but make sure that people that are getting jobs are actual American citizens and those looking for work.
The unemployment right now is somewhere between 25 million and 50 million Americans right now are out of work or can't find work. The unemployment's run out, or they're simply went from full-time jobs to very part-time jobs in which they can't support their families.
No, I mean, that's a tough part. I mean, unemployment rate's about 8.3%, and what's frustrating about it is its declining participation rate. That's people literally giving up or just be taking off the employment roles that aren't looking for employment anymore. So we've got to get back to those individuals that have given up hope. We've got to stop creating dependency and helping them find jobs.
A lot of people don't realize that small businesses that went out or independent subcontractors that went out, they've never even been counted in any of these unemployment numbers.
I agree. I mean, it goes back to labor participation rate. I think the true number is probably underrepresented because we're not counting people actually looking for jobs or unemployed. And not only that, more importantly, those that are working are actually underemployed. They're not working full hours as much as they'd like to.
Well, I want to thank you very much. This is John Decker. He is running in the 1st District here in the state of Connecticut for U.S. House of Representatives against long-term incumbent John Larson, Democrat.